A group of people in New Brunswick and their families are now asking the province to reopen the investigation into mysterious neurological symptoms they believe were caused by the environment.
For almost a year, we were led to believe that a thorough and unbiased public health investigation was in progress. We are here to tell you that that did not happen.
People in parts of New Brunswick first started reporting a mysterious brain disease. That was in 2019. Then, in 2021, the province investigated and concluded the symptoms were from a variety of unrelated diseases. Steve Ellis's father was among the first cluster of patients identified, and he joins us this morning from Bridgewater, Nova Scotia. Good morning.
Good morning, Lindsey.
So tell us about your dad's symptoms.
So my father is 65 years old, and his symptoms started about 3.5 years ago. He has experienced hallucinations, cognitive decline, muscle atrophy, brain atrophy. He's also experienced dementia-like symptoms as well as Parkinson-like symptoms.
So shortly after the first cluster, it was 48 patients were flagged in 2021. Dr. Anne-Marie Mediwake determined that there was a possibility the cases were caused by environmental factors. However, Dr. Mediwake was sidelined from the investigation in February of 2022. A provincial oversight committee dismissed the idea of the cases being related or caused by environmental factors. So there's the background for our viewers. Why do you feel the province's handling of this investigation was problematic?
Well, there are several different reasons. At the beginning of the investigation, the province was cooperating with the federal experts, and the federal experts were willing to give New Brunswick $5 million in research funding to do an investigation, and New Brunswick refused that funding. But in the meantime, patients and families were lied to and made us believe that there was still an investigation going on. When they turned down that funding, they created an internal oversight committee, which they said was unbiased, which was not true because some of those 6 neurologists had already seen patients in this cluster, including my father. And they have blocked Dr. Mediwake from being part of any of the discussions. And this oversight committee didn't see any of the patients in person. So there are a multitude of reasons why it was problematic.
Steve, I'd like your response to this because the province said they concluded the symptoms were likely the product of a variety of unrelated diseases. They talk about Alzheimer's, Lewy body dementia. They talk about cancer as well. So they provided a statement to us. I'm going to read this to you. And it says, this months-long investigation found no evidence that a neurological syndrome of unknown cause exists in New Brunswick or that patients exhibited the same symptoms or shared any common illness. What do you make of that? What do you make of that explanation?
Well, that is a false statement, and those are lies. Right now, there are 147 patients, so it has grown by 100 since they stopped investigating. And we do share common symptoms, and we were unable to receive a diagnosis not only from the Oversight Committee, but from any doctor that we have seen because of atypical presentation. And also, the province used information that came from a pathologist, Dr. Gerard Jansen, and Dr. Jansen did autopsies on a few of the people who passed away. And there were known diseases that were found as a result of the autopsy. However, he took information from the Public Health Agency of Canada and the CJDSS unit, which he was not authorized to do, and released an abstract article about it. So he has taken private patient information, made conclusions that he's not permitted to make, and gave that information to New Brunswick, which was a big part of why they shut down their investigation.
Steve, what do you want to see happen now?
A few things. We want an investigation to be reinstated, and in order for that to happen, New Brunswick Health Minister Bruce Fitch needs to get out of the way and allow the federal counterparts to come in, so Public Health Agency of Canada, and to do an investigation. We want the federal health minister, Jean-Yves Duclos, to unmuzzle the scientists and allow them to work with New Brunswick so that we can have this investigation going again. And we're asking on Dr. Theresa Tam to meet with Dr. Anne-Marie Mediwake and hear his concerns. We have been lied to, and we will not allow the government in New Brunswick and Public Health New Brunswick to attempt to bully Dr. Marrero anymore. And that's also what we're asking, for them to cease and desist from all attempts of bullying.
Steve, we appreciate your time this morning. We're sending you and your dad our best.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.